Hi. Hello. Can you hear me? Go lay down. There, go. Go lay down. Okay. Can you guys hear me? I think it's my first time doing this from my laptop. Let me know if you can hear me. Hey, how's it going, Psycho? Go lay down. Oh, my dog. Perfect. How's everybody doing? Go lay down. You're being a pest. Ay. Anyways. So yeah, I'm hanging out in the schoolie. No, go lay down. Go lay down. With the dog. Hey, how's it going, Dottie? Go lay down. Go lay down. She was sleeping, and then as soon as I started streaming, she wanted all the attention. Hold on, I gotta mute my phone. Sorry, rookie. All right. So, I got married to Catherine. So, thank you, Dottie. I appreciate it. Yeah. Hey, how's it going, DBs? That just fell. Yeah, so I got married. If you guys go to my channel and you go to the community tab and you click on it, a really good friend of mine, Giovanni, he's got a channel over in the Philippines called Gio in the Philippines. He was a witness to it, and he actually recorded it and put it up on his YouTube channel, so you guys can go check it out. Go check out his channel if you guys want to learn more about the Philippines, travel and everything. So yeah, really excited. I have a plane ticket. I am going there March 1st. Which I'm confused about my plane ticket because it says that I leave here, or actually I leave Minneapolis. I have to go down to Minneapolis to the St. Paul airport. It says I leave there at like 2:35 p.m. and then I land in Seattle, Washington a couple hours later. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Gene. So I land in Seattle. Now it's a 2 hours difference. So I go back in time 2 hours. And then from Seattle, I fly to like Tapioca or something like that. I think it's in Taiwan or something. So I fly there, and that's 14 hours ahead. So like in the Philippines right now, so it's 5:03 p.m. We'll just say 5 for nice round numbers. It's 5 p.m. here, Sunday, the 12th. In the Philippines right now, it is 7 a.m. Tomorrow, Monday the 13th. So I don't understand how, but my plane ticket says that I land in Cebu, Philippines, at 10:05 a.m. March 1st. That's like not possible. Come on, go lay down. That's not even remotely close to being possible. So I hope my ticket's not screwed up somehow, and I'm not gonna, I'm gonna get like stranded somewhere. So yeah, I'm really confused about that. I mean, I don't fly very often. I think the last time I flew anywhere was probably back in like 2010. I flew to Idaho um, to see a scrap recycling shredding facility that the company I used to work for them. So we had to fly out there so they could tell us what we're doing wrong and give us attaboys. So I'm really confused on that whole flying thing. Look for the berry gold. I definitely will, and if I find it, you probably you'll never see me on YouTube again. No, but yeah. So I got some really cool things planned. Geo, we're gonna hang out. Catherine and I are gonna hang out with him for about probably about 7 days. I'm gonna be there the total of an entire month. Um, so I won't be back here till like I don't know, either March 31st or April 1st. I really don't know how it works. Magic, I guess. Um, excuse me, but yeah, we're gonna hang out, and Gio's gonna take us this really cool place he went I think a week ago, and we might do some overnight camping. Um, but he's gonna take us to some waterfalls and cool stuff like that, and just a lot of cool stuff around the area of Cebu. Um, the other thing that once we get to where Catherine lives, um, I'm gonna meet all her friends, which I'm friends with almost all of them on Facebook already, anyways. Berlin and Enrique. Um, those two, and see her work and stuff like that. But her family farms coconuts. I think kind of like a side hustle. Every 3 months or something like that, I think. Um, but that what they do is they harvest them, and then that is where they clean them and whatever you got to do to them, but they sell them. And that's where a lot of coconut oil comes from. So I'm gonna go check that out, and there's some land there that I want to go out and actually build a bushcraft shelter and do an overnight or maybe even two overnights or a 2 day adventure. Do some actual bushcraft in a jungle. That would be awesome. Go lay down. Um, so I'm really super duper excited about the trip. I'm super excited to be married. Not everybody believes this, but I believe that everybody has a soulmate, and I honest to God believe that Catherine is my soulmate. We've got a lot in common, etc. Blah blah blah. So I asked her if she'd marry me, and she said yes. And then through some friends that I made through Geo, they showed me the steps to do it, to actually do it online and have it be legal. So yeah, you can go check out their channel. It's Ryan and Chu, CHU Adventures. And they've got a lot of cool videos on there. Chu, which is Ryan's wife, which ironically Ryan is also from Michigan. That's kind of cool. Two awesome Ryans from Michigan. I mean, come on. But she is a mermaid. And so she actually has this kind of suit that she slips on, and these mermaid fins that were specially made, and it's really cool watching her swim and stuff like that. But they went and swam with some whale sharks, which is really cool, and just a lot of neat stuff. Yeah, right there. See, there she is, Philippine mermaid. I was just telling everybody how you're a mermaid. But they do a lot of cool adventures and stuff on their channel throughout the Philippines. I'm gonna throw you out the window. Go lay down. So yeah, go check out their channel. But because of them, that's how I was able to figure out. Well, I actually didn't figure out; I just followed their steps. Hey, Ryan, I was just talking about you. But those two right there are the reason that I was able to marry Catherine. Um, but it's amazing how everything happens in life and stuff like that. I mean, honest to God, I would have. Thank you, I appreciate it. Um, I would have never met Geo or Ryan and Chu uh, hadn't I been introduced to Catherine through Ricky, which is Catherine's uncle. So yeah, it's friggin' awesome. Yes, Dottie, she is certainly something. No, she's actually a really good dog. Probably one of the best dogs I've ever had in my life. Um, I never ever have to. Yeah, right there, Ryan and Chew Adventures. Go check out their channel. It's really cool. Um, I have never had to put her on a leash, other than like when we went to Michigan. Obviously, I had to put her on a leash then, um, because I did not want her to get run over. But really, really good dog. She can be a pest sometimes. She wants attention. Um, but yeah, so that's where that's going. And then I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but I started doing some work to the ceiling in here. Actually, I've done a lot of stuff. I've got it filmed. I just haven't edited it. Edited. Such a tough word. I have not put it together yet and uploaded it. Um, but I started doing some work on the ceiling. I installed a diesel heater in here. It's like a kind of like a little furnace that runs off diesel fuel. I installed a backup camera because when I was driving home from Michigan, I could not see anything behind me. So I've got a Wi-Fi camera that I got a heck of a deal on, and I use it now as kind of like a rear view mirror. Um, I will tilt my laptop, see if you can kind of see it, but the lights are really bright. But I started putting all those furrings, is what those are called. And what I did was I stained them and I spaced them about the width of one of those, which is roughly 1.5 inches. The reason I did that is so it doesn't echo in here. If you completely enclose it, it kind of just makes like a cave and it'll make everything echo. The other reason I did it is so a lot of people that build these schoolies have issues with condensation. Um, so by doing this, I believe that I won't have any issues with condensation because I think what happens is everybody tears the roofs out of these things or the ceilings, and they either put foam board or spray foam or just jam pack insulation in there, and then they completely cover it with wood. And I think that's why they're having condensation create. If you actually look at the ceiling of a school bus, there's about 10,000 little tiny holes everywhere in there. And I think that is how you combat the condensation. And I think that's why I don't have any of those issues. But I do have to buy probably about, I think I have rough estimate. I'm probably going to need about 60 more of those. So I can finish the ceiling and then I'm gonna need a few more of something. I haven't decided how I'm gonna do it yet, but I want to finish the trim and stuff everywhere throughout the bus and just kind of get this thing in kind of like a livable um, situation, so to speak. Because you never know what the future is going to bring. I would, honest to God, love to live in this thing and just travel around the U.S., but not quite there yet on the subscribers and viewers. Excuse me. I installed a TV. Basically, I had this old, I think it's 30-inch curved computer monitor, and I got looking at the power consumption that it has, and it's not very high at all. Um, and I don't use it anymore because I bought this gaming laptop, and that's what I edit all my videos and everything on. Um, so I moved the power inverter that I bought that can't seem to power my laptop, but it powers that thing just fine. And then I have T-Mobile home internet, and I actually took that to Michigan with me, and I had it on, and you can actually travel around with that. They tell you can't, but you can because I did. Um, so I essentially have unlimited Wi-Fi in the schoolie, and excuse me, I apologize. Um, so yeah, I got TV and yeah, it's starting to kind of look like a house. But yeah, so I'm super excited about the future and where everything's going. Made lots of good friends and everything since this whole adventure with Catherine and I started. Be a year in March. Um, I got a random message and I almost hit spam on it, and then I got a text from Ricky saying, "Oh, hey, my niece is gonna message you," and then it kind of clicked and dawned on me who it was, and yeah, we hit it off, fantastic, and when you find the one God made for you, that's how it is, I guess. But yeah, so I'm really super duper excited. You know, I gotta set some money aside and get a few more things done. I'm waiting on some paperwork to show up, um, so the Philippines will recognize my marriage, um, and then just kind of go from there. But yeah, when I get there, it's gonna be awesome. And be in a nice warm climate instead of here where it's frozen. But so, anybody awake still? Anybody got any questions or anything? Dog knocked down my blanket. Yes, you have a question? Yeah, yeah, and that's I've always been the type of person that believes everything happens for a reason. Um, did you do your waiting on the paperwork to show up and then doing that. Um, it Everything should be here around the 20th, 22nd, give or take, and then I go from there. Um, but you know, everything takes time. Hey, thank you. Um, Chikamuzi, Chikamuzu. I don't know how to pronounce that. My Filipina and I were married last night. Awesome! Congratulations. How many months you are going to stay here? Just for 1 month, unless all of a sudden my YouTube channel takes off and I don't have to work anymore. Um, but I'm just going to be there for 1 month. Like I said, unless a miracle happens, and I all of a sudden magically come into a bunch of money or something, then I will probably stay there until I can get her here. She Oh, from Michigan, right on, awesome. Lots of people from Michigan. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Is the documents also. And the way she shipped it, they said it'll be here in 2 weeks, but I've shipped stuff to the Philippines, so I'm not really gonna hold my breath on the whole 2 weeks thing. But who knows? Right? But yeah, I'm just super excited. I mean, this whole thing feels like it's been going on for years, And I was actually supposed to go there back in was it July of this year, I think. Hey, thank you. I will have a coffee. I appreciate that. Thank you, you guys. But yeah, I think my first ticket, I believe, was back in July, and the Philippines still wasn't open. There's a pandemic going on. First I've heard of it. Um, and then I was supposed to go there in um, was it August, and still couldn't go. And then I had just about given up, and then there was, hey, the Philippines might open and stuff like that. There was talk of that, so I'm looking. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy a ticket, and I got talking with Geo, and he expected it to be open first part of the year, 2022, and um, so I bought a ticket for March, and then Geo said, "Oh, right on." Um, Geo actually messaged me. He goes, "Dude, you got to watch my next video." I said, "Well, I watch all your videos." He says, "No." He says, "You're going to be interested in this one." I said, "Okay." He says, "I'm interviewing a mermaid." I went, "What?" It threw me off, and he started explaining their story to me, and then he sent me the screenshot, or not screenshot, but the thumbnail he was using for his uh, video and everything like that. I'm like, oh, holy crap! Yep, there's a mermaid. But so really cool. So I reached out to Ryan and started talking to him, and then all of a sudden there was a group chat, and then in between me, him, and Chu, and then all of a sudden, then we had a Catherine, we had a Geo, and it's awesome to be able to make friends like that. You know, Ryan and Chu will forever be a friend of mine. Same with Geo. Um, and we all will be in the general area when I go there, so we're gonna meet up for coffee or whatever. And then Catherine and I are gonna kind of dog hair all over me. Thanks, dog. Catherine and I are going to actually have kind of like a wedding reception, so to speak. Sometime in March, we're gonna have luchin. What's the thing where you take the bamboo stick and you shove it through the pig's backside and you cook it? Luchin? Well, I don't think I'm saying that right. Lichan. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Oh, no big deal. I'll be here as long as people keep talking. Yeah, no, you guys, I owe you guys a lot. I really do. Um, Lee Chan. Sounds like a movie actor. But yeah, we're gonna have some of that and everything. And I'm gonna kind of, I want to film some bushcraft videos while I'm there, and a lot of it's gonna be kind of like a vlog. Um, like a lot of people do over there. Like anything cool I see or whatever, I'm gonna film it all. I'm gonna bring my laptop, my computer, my drone, all that stuff. Thank you, JD. I'm gonna bring all that stuff with, and just kind of film everything that I can. There's so much to see there. Um, if life works out, I'd love to be able to go there for at least the winter months every year. Um, and just explore everything. But it's really cool. And one of the Ryan and Chu's videos, they went and seen this. I don't remember exactly where you guys went, but it was by the chocolate hills that were green. Um, but they seen this little cute monkey thing. I really want to grab one of those and like just sneak off with it if I can. That would be awesome. That was so cool looking. But yeah, Tarsier, yeah, yeah, one of them things. Yeah, I want one of those. So, but yeah, I just got a lot of stuff planned for the Philippines, and then the only sad part is it can take quite some time to get Catherine here um, to the U.S. So it's kind of crappy. Best case scenario, it'd be 9 months before they approve her to immigrate to the country legally. Um, so I mean, it's going to be kind of crappy to be apart that long, but through you guys' views and supports, I could be there longer. Um, so yeah, all kinds of stuff planned. I'm excited for like the wedding reception thing. Gio's going to be there. I'm hoping Ryan and Chu make it there. Um, and a couple other people. I know some subscribers of Gio's channel have reached out to me a little bit and talked to me, and I just sent them the link. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that, sir. Um, uh, where was I? I did not take my afternoon pill for my ADHD, so it's kind of kicking in a little bit. What was I talking about? Oh, a couple of people have emailed me asking me questions about how we did this marriage and everything like that. And again, I just refer them to Ryan and Chu Adventures uh, video, which explains everything on how to do it. But funny enough, a few of them are actually going to be in the Cebu area when I landing almost the same day. A good friend of mine, Jamie, who I met through YouTube, he's got a channel, but he's going to be there the 16th. So I'm definitely going to send him an invite to come to the wedding party. Yeah, no problem. Thank you guys. So I want to hang out with Jamie. It's off the cuff adventures with Jamie. He's gonna come up there and everything, and yeah, absolutely. You guys have done a lot. You really have. Ever since I met Catherine, I've been trying to figure out how to get there. I've heard rumors of online marriages and stuff like that, and I've never been able to find anything that is, in depth with detail like your guys' video was. So I have not been able to figure it out, and like I said, everything happened. Thank you, Dottie. I appreciate it. Um, and yeah, it was awesome. How everything worked out, and made a couple more friends, and just yeah, chugging along. Excuse me. Sorry, I definitely have to do this. Right. Yeah. Well, you guys are over 1,000 subscribers. You can't live stream yet? Oh, definitely. You guys can see me push Geo off a cliff. um, uh, oh yeah, yeah. Because you guys were in an LDR for um. Oh, you need watch hours. All right, I'll put your channel on repeat when I go to work, so it just runs for 13 hours a day, watching your videos over and over again. I actually did that with a buddy of mine once. He just didn't know. But Yeah, no, YouTube's hard. I started my channel back in 2018. Um, and I was doing a lot more bushcraft stuff back then. And once COVID hit, that's when my channel actually took off. So, just last year, around March, actually, is when my channel started going. So yeah, it's a challenge, you know. Um, but sorry, I'm really stuffed up. I was trying to get a log to fit into the wood stove. That's why this window's open, and I couldn't get the damn thing to fit in there. I actually burnt my finger uh because it like there were some coals and stuff bunched up in the back, and excuse me, but I had the door wide open, so smoke was just rolling in here, so it just kind of plugged me all up. But I got it in there. I won. So, yeah. um, but yeah, there's just it's it's a challenge doing YouTube. I've come close to quitting it a few times. Hey Dub, how's it going, brother? Just about to tell a story about you, Dub. Um, yeah, yeah, it'll happen when it happens, man. I've had some hellacious adventures, and those videos barely got any views. And then the probably the worst video I had ever made, because I'm pretty sure I had COVID when I was filming it. Um, I was sick. I don't know exactly what I had, but because the doctor screwed up on my COVID test. But that video is what started my snowball, and it's just crazy how it works. The worst video in the world that I made, and yeah, there you go. But so I was gonna actually just start telling a story about Dub C. Dub C is like a brother to me. He's got a fantastic channel. Just type in Dub C MRE and it'll take you there. He does a lot of reviews on military rations, different camping gear. He goes and does overnights and stuff. He's got a really awesome wood stove that he's going to do some hot tent camping this winter season with. Um, Hell of a good guy, and literal brother from another mother. Um, but Dub actually stumbled across my channel because for the first time I decided to do a military ration review. And this guy keeps talking and talking, talking. I'm like, hey, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going? And we just kind of like hit it off, and became probably best of friends, to be honest with you. But there was a few times when, yeah, I talked him into doing his first overnight. Yep, he used to do everything kind of in like a spare room in his house. But so I started giving up, because like my channel was just nothing. And Dub talked me into staying in and doing YouTube. He's like, no, man, no, it'll happen, and sure as shit, it did. Um, it took off, and just yeah, I got my ups and downs. I gained almost 2,000 subscribers in like a month and a half, and now my channel slowed back down again. It's weird how my my channel is like this, literally. You see some channels are just a steady, like this. You see some channels that are like this. Mine's like this, like a roller coaster. So right now it's slow. It's funny. I joke that it takes about uh 6 to 8 months before my one of my videos go viral. Um, I did a video where I just had a sleeping bag, a tarp, um, my clothes. I had jeans, long johns, and a hoodie and a coat on, and in a severe blizzard. Honest to God blizzard, not like a lot of YouTubers go like, "Hey, I'm camping in a blizzard," and it's like snowing. So yeah, it's not a blizzard. This was an honest to God blizzard. Um, it took about 6 months, 7 months for that video to go viral. Um, I think I got like 500 views on it. And I'm like, seriously? And then just a couple months ago, that thing took off, and holy smokes! No, I won't, Dottie. Um, but I just this is something I've wanted to do for a very long time, and I've never had anybody believe in me, so I never started my channel. Literally, when YouTube first started becoming popular, I wanted to start a YouTube channel. Um, and like I said, yeah, nobody believed in me. Um, and then until I met the YouTube community, and you guys are just freaking awesome. Um, you know, but I, due to some medical issues and stuff like that, I got some kind of weird arthritis in my knee. Um, and I got it taken care of ish right now. And then I have bone spurs in my neck that are pushing into my spinal cord. So like this arm was really affected. I got a cortisone shot, and I'm supposed to do physical therapy, but I have not found the time to do it yet. I work a lot of hours, and yeah, I kind of want to get home, do chores, feed the birds, and let the dog in the house, and shower, eat dinner, and relax. Um, Thank you, I appreciate that. I love camping also, but that's actually why I built this schoolie. Was I couldn't go out in the woods at that current time and be sleeping on the hard ground, or going on a 15-mile hike, and or like the powwow hiking death march trail that I like to call it. Dub and I are going to conquer that thing um, one of these days. One of these days, Dub and I are going to go up there, and we're going to kick that trail's ass. Um, but it was a hey Mike, how's it going, brother? Excuse me. You know, uh, so I couldn't do it, and then I actually did a live stream, and I asked you guys like, hey, what do you guys think if I bought a motorhome and did like some old people stuff? And everybody liked the idea, but every motorhome I looked at that was in my price range was just a pile of crap. Um, walls and damn right we are. Um, the walls and the roof leaked, and just a pile of crap. And yeah, now you're gonna have to build a big fish tank in there. Yeah, and that's what I love about Catherine is well, it's one of the bazillion things I love about Catherine is she wants to be a part of this. Um, this whole adventure, and I'm super excited. I'm going to take her on some winter camping trips and and see how she fares. But that's the main reason I bought this bus is if I can ever afford to officially retire, um, I want to travel in this thing. I want to stop in every state, and if I ever get big enough, one of those big time YouTubers, it'd be awesome to go around and meet my subscribers, my fans, if you want to call them that. Um, you know, so I'm super stoked about the future. I really am. Um, Catherine is very, very supportive. Um, I don't know if that's the thing with all Filipinas or what, but just she supports every idea I have. She's 100% for it, and she wants to be a part of it. She likes hiking and stuff, and camping and everything else in the Philippines. So hopefully she loves it here. Um, a bit different here. There's animals that can eat you out in the woods. But you know, yeah, I can't wait to meet you guys either. It's going to be a blast. And when you guys are back in the States or whatever, when you build out your van, we'll definitely have to meet up out on the road somewhere. I still have stuff I'm gonna build an awning for this thing. I've got a stove, a 3-burner stove top that from a pop-up. I actually took the pop-up and turned it into a chicken coop. That's about all it was worth. But I took the stove out of it, and you can hook them up outside in like a regular. Hey, how's it going? Long time no chat. I got married. Um, Found in the Woods bushcraft is half Filipina, if I remember correctly. But she has a channel too. Go check out her channel. But hold on one second. I got eyelash that jumped out of my eyelid and into my eyeball. Thank you, Lisa. Yes. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. But you know, where the hell was I going? Yeah, still I didn't take my medication. um oh yeah. So I can take that stove and I'm gonna run a propane line, and then you actually get these quick connects, kind of like an air hose where you plug it in. May have been inappropriate. Um, but I'll hook it up outside and plug it in. So because I don't have a air conditioner or anything in this, in order to get the amount of batteries, the solar power, and everything else, that's almost I think like $8,000 to $10,000. And then another $5,000, I think, for the air conditioner. Nice. But so I don't want to be cooking in here that much in the hot summertime. So I'm going to make it to where I can hook that stove up outside. So I can go outside underneath the awning that I'm going to build and cook. Excuse me. And then I'm going to build another table similar to the one I made in here, just longer, that I can hook up and a little leg will pop down. I want to make it so I can probably slide it underneath this couch. To be honest with you, that or I might put some kind of latches over there to hook it to the side of the wall. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm going to do that, and then I'll throw a couple camp chairs in here. So when we go and find a place to camp, which I'm not a camp in the dude, I've looked into solar panels. Those things are asininely expensive. I only have 240 amp hours worth of batteries right now. And in order to charge that, you want to go, how is it? I think the science is it's 50% higher than what you have. So if you have nice round numbers, if you have 200 amp hours of battery, you want 400 amp hours of, or 400 amps or watts, something like that, worth of solar panels to charge it in a 5 to 8 hour daylight period. So, unfortunately, that's about $700 that I don't want to spend. I did reach out to a company to see if they wanted to sponsor one of my videos and hook me up with some solar panels and stuff. I'm hoping that they reach back out to me. Maybe even sell them to me at cost would be fantastic. But yes, eventually I'm going to get that. Eventually I'm going to get 2 more batteries, so I'll have a total of 480 amp hours of electricity, which everything in here is LED or low amperage, except for the power inverter, and everything's USB plugins. I got all these little plugins right here all over. Those are all recessed lights. Where's the switch at? There it is. Come on. There. It's all LED recessed lights, really low amps. Yeah, I know a couple of words. But yeah, Catherine's gonna teach me more. Salamat, uh, Guapa, Guapo, Aswa, um, Bana, and that's all I can remember. But so yeah, I'm eventually going to get solar panels. I contemplated getting because you can actually get a wind turbine for really cheap. The only lame thing is you got to take it down because they can only withstand like 20-mile-an-hour winds, 30-mile-an-hour winds, something like that. Yep, that's how I know that one. When I took a tour of the bus, I was very impressed. Thank you, Dub. I appreciate that. Mayang Gabi, what's that mean? But all of a sudden turned into Rosetta Stone. But so anyway, so yeah, eventually I'll have solar. Oh, it means good evening. Right on. Um, and I will eventually have hey, good morning. um and there's Catherine. But yeah, eventually I have solar. I'll have more batteries. I'm just doing lead acid batteries right now. Hey, thank you, Alice. Um, Thank you, Hallmark. I appreciate it. But I for like $200 you can get a 800-watt wind turbine. So I might get one of those just to help maintain the batteries or whatever, and I'll build something that I can hook it up somewhere on the bus. Can you show us a quick tour? You really did a lot of work. The bus is a disaster right now, kind of. I've got shit sitting everywhere because I kind of uh, as soon as I got home, I unpacked some stuff and then I started working on things. And I have this habit of, let's say this is a drill. It's obviously clearly it's not a drill, but let's pretend like it is. So I'll take it and I'll sit it right here so I don't forget where I put it because I do that sometimes. That's like if somebody comes along and goes, well, this doesn't go here, this goes over here. I'll go, where did my drill go? So I've got screwdrivers sitting on the dash. I've got a couple of Amazon boxes sitting over there, a shower head, my camera from when I was filming earlier, my coffee pot. I got to wash. Trip was awesome. Had a heck of a time. He is going to do a tour, but yes, I absolutely am. I just want to get some more stuff done to it. I'd like to get the ceiling completely done, and I'm guessing that's going to probably take a couple of weeks. And then I will do a what do they call that? A tiny home tour. I did the short one when some stuff was done, and you'll see in bits and pieces of the next video that I'm going to upload. It'll probably be out Friday, but you'll see bits and pieces of the bus. I've got a lot of work to do to this thing still. That's the one thing that uh is kind of a bear about this thing is I'm doing it pretty much by myself completely. My kids came out and helped me a little bit. A friend of mine helped me remove some of the seats. But this was a heck of a undertaking. I will be in the Philippines. Well, I'm not sure how, but somehow I travel back in time when I go to the Philippines. According to my plane tickets, I'll be there March 1st, but that's not physically possible because the Philippines is 14 hours in the future from where I live. So I'm not sure how I travel back in time. I don't know, maybe there's a wormhole or something I go through. But so I will be there. Uh, you should. It is awesome. Even if you just got a short bus. Um, I actually contemplated doing that. Like if these videos start to pick up and I start getting views of possibly getting a short bus next, and making a short bus into one for like camping trips too. Like this is essentially a house. This bus is 37 feet long, I think. But yeah, it's basically a house, and people do live in these things permanently. Um, and I think I could easily do it. I really do. I love it out here. I came out here at about 10:30 this morning, and I started working on the ceiling, which I'll try to show you guys that. Maybe if I shut this light off, and you can kind of see it. The boards I started putting up there. Um, I'm going to do that the whole ceiling of the bus. Turn those light back on. Another thing I got is a couple of solar lights. So I'm gonna put a solar light by the front door. I'm gonna put one on the back corner, and then I'm gonna get another one to put on that corner, and another one to put on this corner of the bus. I'll have to take them inside every time I go to travel. Um, no, I'm not living in the bus full time yet, but fingers crossed. That sounds funny, but yeah, I would honest to God love to live in this thing. But excuse me. I'm going to have to wait until my channel gets much bigger. I don't need a lot of money to live, but I need money to live. So I can't quit my job and live in this thing full time and travel. I wouldn't be able to go anywhere. I'd be out of gas. But thank you. I appreciate it. But so I want to put these solar lights all the way around, motion lights, because I don't go to campgrounds. I can't stand campgrounds. Um, just too many rules. I want to be out in the woods. Next spring, I'm gonna install an outside shower. I'm gonna have a piece of conduit bent, and I'm gonna buy these special hinges that you pop them in, and it folds down and it folds up. Well, I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna fold it down and then paint it to match the exterior of the bus, the paint job that I did. So it's not very visible. And then I will uh so when I need to shower, because I did shower in here, and I'm a big guy. Okay, I'm 6'2". I'm as wide as a refrigerator. I'm very broad shouldered. I'm a big guy. I don't comfortably fit in this shower. That was a pain. And then literally I like got the soap and shampoo in my hair, and I ran out of hot water. Um all right on. Go. I know. But so I'm gonna do an outdoor shower, and then I'm either gonna get some cedar or bamboo and build like something to stand on so I don't get my feet all sandy. But you can't take an outside shower generally in a campground. So uh which is fine because I like going out into the woods. I want to go find a piece of or a place rather and state land, and go park the bus and camp. Camp for a week or whatever, go on hikes and do some fishing. My dad gave me a boat when I went to Michigan. It's small enough that I can carry it around, um, down to the lake or whatever, and then grab like a trolling motor and a battery or whatever. Um, have your number. Yeah, and that's what I'm really hoping. I'm really hoping that subscribers help, but it's views. Views is how a YouTuber makes their money. Um, if you don't get a bunch of views, you make like $1 on a video. Well, I spend way more than I make on this YouTube thing, so I've got to stay gainfully employed until I'm able to, go, okay, I can do this, and oh yeah, yeah. I just, when and it's probably the ADHD, but when I get a vision in my head of something I want to do, I am full throttle into it. I got this bus pretty much built in a short period of time, to be honest with you. Some people build their buses and it takes them months and months and months. And I got this done in, when did I start on this thing? I think it was July-ish, June, something like that. I bought it and started on it. And I'm going to toss you out the window. I could never do that to you. But here, go over there. So it's like I'll never be finished building this thing. I'll always want to do something different or add something. I'd like to build a deck on top and get one of those little tiny collapsible ladders that kind of fold up to like both sides of a briefcase. And so you can climb up top. What do you want? I'm giving you attention. I know. But so I mean it's never gonna be finished, but there's stuff I've got to do. I'm oh, there you go. We can all go to your place at this point. Right. And I appreciate that. But I want to do it, and say that I did it. There are YouTubers, if I wanted to spend the money, I could have 100,000 subscribers in 3 weeks and 10 billion views, but it's cheating, and I don't want to do that. I want to earn this. I want to earn every part of it, and every view and every subscriber I have, I earned, by doing it right, and and not doing it right by like, hey, I know how to do it, but doing it the right way, just putting the content out there, trying to make it good, trying to make it entertaining, educational, stuff like that, and it's not easy. It's not easy to do. It really isn't. You'll put a lot of money into it, going on the adventures. I mean, I bought so much gear and stuff the last couple of years to go camping with, and it's never enough, and I've got companies that reach out to me and sponsor things. If you guys watched my video that I released yesterday, not only did I finally get a complete Russian ration 24-hour, thanks to Dub C, but I also got this cool little pot from a company, and it's stainless steel and it's got a bamboo lid on it, which is kind of cool because I actually kind of turned it into a pressure cooker to heat up one of the mains. Excuse me, heartburn. Drinking this sugary citric concoction will help. Is your camp video still number 1? Yeah, technically it is, because actually, since how I'm streaming from my computer, I can actually look up my stats on my phone. There we go. Oops, gosh dang it. That's not what I wanted to do. So right now, the video that's going is my camping in a blizzard video. I got in the last 48 hours, and my views have plummeted like they do. Like I said, it's like a roller coaster. I got 478 views in the last 48 hours on the Camping in a Blizzard. The hike out to the tree fort that I did yesterday, 222 views. Um, Overnight in the mega shelter, that has 93 views, so on and so forth. But let me, oh, there's a way I need to do that. Hold on, I should be able to, yeah, top videos, there we go. Okay, lifetime. So, yeah, my horrible video, um, the overnight in the mega shelter when I was sick, I've gotten a total of 828.7 thousand views on that. Camping in the Blizzard, a grand total of 346.9 thousand views, so almost 347,000 views. Overnight in the mega shelter 2.0, the one that I built. Yeah, I appreciate that too, I'm slowly getting back into those. Yeah, last or this year physically kicked my butt. Um, and overnight in the mega shelter 2.0, that's 140,000 views, and then I've got a few that are 17,000 views, and this is lifetime. This isn't like monthly or anything like that. Um, the Russian bear market tent that they sent me, I've gotten 12,500 views on that, which is cool. But yeah, that's my top videos. I would be happy if my views were a bit better. Like my schoolie trip to Michigan, which I don't feel that was reverse shorts I post. Yeah, shorts always do that. I've got shorts that have taken off like that. It's crazy. But my schoolie trip to Michigan, that was I uploaded that 8 days ago. It seems like it was longer than that. I've only got 280 views on it. Not my greatest. Um, yeah, yeah. The hot tent video, I've got almost 1,000 views on that video. But that's what people are used to watching with me is these bushcraft adventures and stuff like that. Yeah, it was a heck of a blizzard trip. Um, but I mean, if like my schoolie videos average between 100 and 300 views. Um, you know, there's a couple that get 400 views, but it takes a while to find your niche, and they tell you to stick with the same thing, blah blah blah. Blah. Well, due to medical issues, I had to switch it up. And that's why I started doing the school bus. I'm going to still do the bushcraft stuff and things like that. It's just I'm still. Hey, how's it going, Jerry? Yeah, right. Yeah, she's a good dog. Um, and like some of these videos I do, I'm like, yeah, this one's gonna go viral because it's a really good video. I edited it very well, and like editing is like my kryptonite. I am terrible at editing. I actually learned to just film things as if it was being pre-edited. Ed, why am I struggling to say edit, edited? Um, Anyways, so that's how I film now because I can't sit down and concentrate enough to actually go through everything. Like if you watch Ryan and Chu's videos, oh my god, you would think that that's what they do for a living is edit videos. They're done so well. Same with Geo, same with Dubs. I can't. I'm praying to God that when Catherine gets here, I can teach her how to edit videos. I really am. Um, but some of my videos are, they do pretty good, and some just they don't do good at all, you know. But and you know, I'll get there eventually. Um, Camping on the frozen lake. Dub and I was that 10 months ago. So 2021. Dub came out here to Minnesota, and we went and took my hot tent and camped out on a lake and made some mistakes. Um, but we both did very good. And I guess I haven't checked his. I don't know what his views are at, but it was a good video. It was edited pretty good. I got 1.99, no, almost 2,000 views on that video 10 months ago. And it was a great video. Um, yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, and I've got all these great ideas um that I want to do. It's just being able to do them, especially when you're doing everything by yourself. And that's one thing I can't wait till Catherine gets here so we can go on these adventures together. Um, I'm hoping to win the lottery. Um, I always told Dub and everybody that if I ever magically come into enough money to uh just do YouTube, or if my YouTube channel ever grows enough to just do YouTube, I'm going to do it, you know. And if I ever come into enough money, I'm going to make sure that Dub does it. And then Dub and I can go on more trips together. Um, it's a blast when you can do a collaboration video. Um, it's a fun time, because you get to learn stuff from them, different tricks, and they teach different tricks and to you and so on and so forth. I've been considering getting a tent. It looks so much fun. Yeah, it is, but they're expensive. I will definitely tell you that. Now, granted, my hot tent that Dub and I went camping in was sponsored to me from a company. But if you were to go out and buy that tent, I think that one's around $1,700. And the wood stove that they gave me that I've actually got in the bus now, um, that was like, I think $600 for that. So honest to God, like I wouldn't have been doing much hot tenting if that company wouldn't have uh, sponsored me that stuff. That was great, and that's where subscribers come in. The magic number I've always been told is 10,000. Um, I somehow, and I think it's because of my views, companies started reaching out to me sooner, you know. Um, but I think once I hit 10,000, then maybe I'll start getting some more sponsors and stuff like that. Once you get higher and higher, and that's where a lot of YouTubers make their money. A lot of YouTubers don't make their, those big ones aren't making their money off their views and their YouTube ads being ran. They're making their money off sponsorships. And that's another thing where, like, the more thumbs up I get on my videos, the more YouTube's algorithm starts pushing it. The more thumbs up, the more views, stuff like that. Subscriber count doesn't really matter. To me, it makes me feel good. But like, as far as your videos being pushed and your views and everything, that is uh, based on people that have watched it. Getting your video out there to more people. Like, excuse me, when my Blizzard video was going through its uptick here just shortly ago, my reach which is impressions. So impressions is when you turn on YouTube and all those little videos pop up and it says just different random things, whatever. You might see one of my videos. That's how I've gotten a fair amount of my subscribers. Actually probably 95% of them. So your impressions are when somebody sees that video. Okay, Ryan Outdoors live chat in the schoolie. Okay. So, and this isn't the numbers, but we'll say it is. So 315,000 people seen this video pop up on their screen. They did not watch it, they didn't click on it, they seen it. So then your impressions click through. So out of 315,000, that's what the number's at right now. Between November 14th and December 11th. So the 14th and yesterday, 315.6 thousand people have seen one of my videos, and 4.3% have clicked on the video to watch it. Now that is based off your thumbnails. You see a lot of people they'll have like just this completely fictitious thumbnail of the cops and somebody getting arrested, and you actually watch the video and like they'll drive by a cop and that's their thumbnail. There's a outdoor channel, a guy and his wife. His wife is always naked in the thumbnails, but it's something's covering everything up, and people click on that to watch because they're going, oh my god, I might see a naked woman. It's like, seriously? Okay. But that's what it is. So I'm not the greatest at the thumbnails thing. Geo has really been helping me with that. When I make a thumbnail, I send it to him. He'll be like, you need to change this, this, and this, and this. He's actually made a couple of them for me, just to get it in my head how to do that. So if you got a fantastic thumbnail and stuff like that, you'll get a lot more people to click on that video. But again, a video can still be stagnant, even though lots of people have seen it. Lots of people have watched a little bit of it. It can still stay, at this level. It's when people give that video a thumbs up. That's when YouTube starts pushing it. That's when all of a sudden you've got 300 million people seeing your video, and you'll start getting those clicks and everything like that. So, it's there's a lot to it. It's not just, hey, there's my video. It's a lot to it. That's why you'll see some of my schoolie thumbnails are always cartoonish. That was one of Geo's ideas, because I did a thumbnail and he's like, and that's like my first schoolie video. Geo made the first cartoon one, and I actually loved the idea. If Dub and I's hot tent trip, I had actually, my dad, because we were at my dad's cabin up in northern Michigan, and my dad has this old root cellar there, and it's kind of creepy looking. But if you look at my thumbnail, let me see here. I don't know if this will show up or not. So if you look at my thumbnail and you see Dub right there, how he's all kind of dark and everything like that, I actually took a picture while I was down in the root cellar because I was showing it to him. I was down in there and he was standing on the stairs, and I took a picture of him, and then I edited it. I edited it. Wow, that's a tough word. And I sent it to him. Well, I took a picture of his hot tent and everything, and then I took that photo and I used how do you say it? Canva, yeah, Canva. Which is where I make all my thumbnails now. And I removed the background and I took them and I stuck them in there because that's an attention getter. When people are going through and they look at that thumbnail and they see this kind of dark, shadowy, this darkish figure with steam coming out of it, basically, they go, what the hell is that? you know. So that's an attention getter. And it kind of worked. I mean, I got almost 1,000 views on it, which if you look at my videos, other than the ones that went viral, you'll actually, that's really good views. That's 4 times the amount that I'm getting on my schooly videos and stuff like that. So, it comes down to doing stuff like that, and it's tricky. And honest to God, without help from my great friends on YouTube, who knows where my channel would be, you know. It was pure luck that COVID happened, because I don't think my channel would be as big as it is if it didn't, because I rent where I live. I got a small house I rent, but it's on 1,200 acres. So while everybody was locked down and stuff like that here in the U.S., especially because of COVID, I was still able to go out in my backyard and film these videos. And that's why I was able to do that. And everybody's stuck inside, and yeah, that video just freaking exploded. It's crazy. Because it's not that good of a video. I was sick as a dog. There was a snowstorm. I didn't get any of it on video because I ate. I think I made chicken fajitas. The insides of it, chicken fajitas. And then I slept. That was pretty much. There is actually a part 2 to that video, just nobody ever watches it. I should have just edited it close enough, better, and made it one video. And that's the other thing too. So everybody's like, oh, you need, 10, 15-minute long videos. That's the magic number. That's all the attention span people have on YouTube. I can't take a week-long adventure and make it into a 15-minute video. So I would take a lot of my videos. Yeah, dude. It's there's a lot of tragedy, but a lot of happy endings with that whole thing. No. I've heard coyotes out there while I was camping, and that made me a bit nervous. Owls, which are kind of creepy sounding. Heard weird noises. Couple towns over, they had a mountain lion out there, and there's a lot of land around here. But when I did the powwow hiking trip, or death march as I like to call it, there was, I swear to God, I don't know what the heck it was. I tried finding the sound. I thought, well, maybe it's a bear following me. Maybe it's a moose, because there are moose up there. But I had service in a fair amount of places up there where I was camping, whenever I'd stop and camp before I got sick. And so I got on YouTube and I started listening to these different animal noises and stuff like that. And I could not find anything that sounded like this noise, but it sounded like whatever this thing was, it was following me. I don't know what it was. No idea. Can't figure it out. The first night that I actually camped there, I might have recorded part of it. I don't remember. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch those videos. But I could hear it, and it sounded like it was getting closer and closer and closer and closer to the tent, and I'm getting nervous. I had bear spray. I had my knife. I had my I think I had my axe. I don't remember. And then all of a sudden it sounded like it was on the other side of the lake. So I have no idea what the hell it was. I know it scared me. But um, so yeah, it was interesting. There was another time I did a video when I first started doing YouTube when I built the original bushcraft shelter. Anybody seen the movie? Hey, how's it going, Scroll Man? Anybody ever seen the movie The Blair Witch Project? I'm sure you have. Very famous movie. So I was out at my friend's property, uh, which is where I filmed everything. They owned 80 acres, and I was out there doing everything. And I had the bushcraft shelter built, and I woke up in the dead of the night. It was probably 4 o'clock in the morning, and there's just this super dense fog, just kind of came out of nowhere. And I'm sitting there, and that's when I had Trigger, and he was with me too, and we're just kind of laying there. I got the fire stoked and going again, and I'm shining my flashlight around. You can't see anything. That fog was that thick, and all of a sudden, it started getting a little bit daylight, and you still can't see anything. I could hear stuff out there. I could hear noises and stuff like that. It could have been squirrels or acorns falling. I don't know. But just before daylight, before the sun pops up and burns all the fog away, I remember sitting there, and then it was like there was 10,000 birds in all the trees around me, which, shining the flashlight, again, you can't see anything because that fog was that thick. And I remember going, okay, this is creepy. This is legitimately starting to creep me out. Scared, if one would want to say that. And all of a sudden I heard this noise. It was a like just this weird whooshing noise. And like I said, it sounded like there was about 10,000 birds out there, and all of a sudden dead silence. And I went, okay. Kind of crawled into my sleeping bag like this and just sat there till the daylight came up and burnt all that fog away. And then I had to go check my shorts, because that was probably the scariest thing that has happened to me out in the woods since doing YouTube. But yeah, that was pretty freaky. It certainly was. Excuse me. Yeah, it was crazy. And I've had people walk up on me. I was doing a video for Bob from MRE Nation and the other one, Minotaur. I did a lot of videos for Bob, and him and I had a bit of a falling out. I'm not like mad at the guy. We had a agreement with something that didn't come through, and I'll never do a business agreement with him again. I don't hate the guy. If he reached out to me, I'd probably talk to him. But so I was doing a video for him. He made a ration that was based on a video game, Fallout. Nice. But and I went to this camping spot that I knew about, and right. But I'm sitting there, and I'm filming the video as if I was the video game. I filmed everything first person, just like in the video game. I had some rad roach meat, which was lobster tails. Found it in an old dented up mailbox, like the video game and stuff. I did this great video, and few views. But anyways, I'm sitting there, and I'm getting ready to film the next scene, so to speak. And I hear this noise coming towards me. In this area, there is bear. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, shit, there's a bear coming at me. Because that's what it sounded like. Because like a human doesn't walk through the woods making that much noise. This has got to be a gigantic bear. And the ferns were really tall, and I could kind of lay down like this and see. And all of a sudden, boop, popped up this little guy who was probably about 5'2", looks at me, turns and starts going the other way. Scared the shit right out of me. Um, I for sure thought that was a bear. And then there was the trip. I took one of my last trips of last summer before the heat and everything else started getting to me. Um, there was an actual bear. I went on a hike because I was trying to find something or something. I don't remember what I was doing. I went on a hike, and there was bear tracks, and they were fresh. And I went, shit, there's bears out here. I didn't have my bear spray on me. All I had was my knife. So that was a little bit scary. That's probably, wolves. Wolves. I don't know if you've ever been out in the woods and you've heard a wolf howl. I have up north here in Minnesota, and I tell you, it's one of those sounds that the hairs stick up on the back of your neck, but it is eerie and beautiful, all in the same sense. But the powwow hiking trail, I came across a lot of wolf scat or poop. But I never actually seen a wolf out in the wild. If I did, that would probably scare the I'd probably piss my pants. Same with a bear. Bears generally, those animals go the opposite direction. They hear you coming. That's why when you're walking through the woods, you go, "Hey, hey bear, hey bear." You make noise. It scares them away. Um, but you never know. I mean, a mountain lion. People get attacked by mountain lions all the time here in the U.S. I know there's mountain lions in this general area. Somebody caught one on film. Just posted. There we go. It's fun. All right, I'll have to check that out. But it's nature's nature. Powwow hiking trip. I got severely sick. Uh, right on. Yeah, yeah. I've only ever seen a bear in the wild. I think once, and it was crossing the road. A live one. I seen a dead one time. It was all over the road. I think a semi hit it. But do you ever hear a pack of wolves when they catch or kill? Scary. No, I've only heard them howling. I've heard coyotes, and I'm pretty sure they caught something. I was doing a trip on some state land. It might have been 2020. I don't remember. But and I could hear coyotes running. They're clearly chasing after something, and it sounded like they're coming straight towards my camp. And I started getting a little bit nervous. I mean, the likelihood of getting attacked or anything by coyotes is very slim. Um, but it was enough to you know make me nervous because you don't know. And it was weird. I don't know if whatever they were chasing turned or if they smelled the smoke from my fire because I did throw a handful of pine needles on there to make the smoke go more. But it they turned and went the other way. But just the yipping and everything, they were clearly chasing something. Um, it's and nature's interesting. I mean, you come across a rattlesnake, you could all kinds of stuff. It's very uh scary. Got bear tracks in my driveway today. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, Yeah, I haven't found it. I find coyote tracks out in the pasture all the time. Um, when I was camping, pick a coyote scanner right past my tent. I was so scared. I didn't move. Yeah, right. No, I completely understand it. So, that trip I took, where I was in the tent and Dakota and I were out there. Um, oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. You never know. Um, spiders, everything. Um, but so the night that I seen those bear tracks, which they're fairly close to my campsite, I honestly think when I was hiking around, I actually think I scared it because it was kind of heading towards my camp, and then you could see where it veered off and ran the opposite direction because you could see its tracks in the mud. Um, but that night, and I don't know if it was just in my head or if it actually like did happen, but when I was laying there, there was a thunderstorm coming in, and when it started raining and everything like that, all of a sudden my tent pushed in like this, like something was pushing on it right by my head. Dakota was sound asleep, thank God, because but yeah, I don't know if something was actually pushing on the tent or if just somehow magically the wind was doing that. But yeah, that scared the hell out of me too. I had my axe in one hand and my bear spray in the other hand. Um, what would be worse, knowing or not knowing what made that sound? Either way, yeah, yeah. I can't answer that, because if something made a sound, you could go, yeah, maybe it was just a squirrel. But if something made that sound, then you seen that it was Sasquatch or moose. Moose are extremely dangerous too, especially in the rut. But or if you've seen a bear, I don't know which one would creep me out more because you know I could probably take a gummy bear, but I don't think I could take an actual bear. Um, I'm a big guy, but bears are solid muscle. You know, people aren't afraid of being alone in the dark. It's being alone. It's not being alone. Right? Yeah, yeah, exactly. And yeah, there's been plenty of times that I've gotten nervous out in the woods because you hear weird noises and you don't know, I mean a bear could just be walking along and oh, what's this? I'm gonna go chew on it, you know. So I always bring bear spray. I want to get my carry conceal permit, to be honest with you, so I can carry, just in case. I mean, not to shoot or wound an animal, but if a bear, um, yeah, that would be fun. But you know, uh, just scared away. I certainly don't want Dakota to get hurt. Um, I myself don't want to get hurt. If a bear or a wolf or a crazy coyote, you know, hurt me while I was out in the middle of nowhere, I could bleed to death before I got any help. Um, so yeah, you never know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need to do that. It's not expensive. It's easy to do. That's what I loved about living out in Wyoming was you didn't have to have one, which is nice because I had a really nice handgun out there. But yeah, it can be nerve wracking out in the woods. And sometimes things go as planned, other times things don't go as planned. Yeah, yeah, it's your mind can definitely play tricks on you. You'll see things that aren't really there. You'll hear things, and it's a deer walking by or acorn falling, but it sounds like a Tyrannosaurus Rex is going through the woods. Um, oh wow, that's cheap. Yeah, there's a place around here that does it for I think 100. I was followed by a pack of cougars. Right? Yeah. Yep. But it's fun. I love it. I love going out in the woods. I grew up like that. We go out to the woods, pick berries, and we used to hunt and fish all the time, and it's a dying art, so to speak. Um, but it's just it's amazing being out in nature. It really is. It's just so beautiful out there. I can be walking along or doing something and I see a sunrise or a sunset or just the way the water's reflecting the sun and just draws my attention. Funny. Um but it's a blast. Everybody should go out in the woods, whether just a hike or whatever. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's like gardening. Like when I went to school, that's where I got my hunter safety was school. We had a class that was called conservation class, and they taught you about conservation of nature, and that stuff is just not there anymore. Home ec is gone. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm almost 40. Um, and uh, gardening. People don't know how to do that stuff. That's what I don't laugh too loud, but if the world were to go to shit in a handbasket right now, um, or if shit hit the fan, so like they keep talking on the news, and it sounds like a setup and a trick to me personally, but they keep talking about how this magic solar storm is going to come from the sun, although we've had millions and millions of them since I was alive, and it's never affected anything. But this one's going to be magic, and it's going to affect something. Supposedly, it's going to take the internet down for up to 16 months, which is just an odd guesstimate to have. So, excuse me. Yeah, we had a very old computer for typing class, but so uh they say that it's going to knock out the internet, which you know, oh my god, that would suck. The good news it would knock out the news, it would knock out everything. Basically, if this were to really happen, it would put us back into the 1800s. Um, you know, and I know I'll survive. One, I got the schoolie, but I know how to live off the land. And if the power grid and the internet and everything were to just collapse, um, you know, people in the cities that don't know how to do any of this stuff, or people that watch Bear Grylls would probably die within hours. Um, you know, they're going to loot and stuff like that because that's what they're going to have to do to survive. Then they'll go from the bigger cities and move out. Um, and well, right, yeah, yeah. Well, no, we had electricity in the 80s. Um, but I would know where to go. I could build a water filter. Um, I know how to build a gasifier. That's something why does this keep doing this? Yeah, yeah. Bear Grylls is a moron, and anybody that believes in any of his survival stuff is uh, sadly mistaken. But you know, I could survive. I know I could. I've got enough knowledge and everything, and done it long enough. I know I could do it. But there's a lot of people that can't. Um, So yeah, it would be really scary times if that were to actually happen. But you never know. The I Like I said, I'm not buying it. What they're saying that all of a sudden it's going to happen. That I don't know. Seems a little fishy to me. I wonder if it's going to happen in 2024. That would be weird, right? Um, but so yeah, but all right, I am starting to lose my voice a bit, and I've been rambling for holy shit, almost 2 hours now. Again, I appreciate you guys. Watch the videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I love that stuff. Um, and I've got a PO box that is in every description of my videos. If you look at the description, you scroll all the way down. I've got a PO box. Um, Dog hair. So, if you guys want to send me something, send something for the dog. If you got something you want me to review, if you want to send me $10 million, whatever. You guys can send it to the PO box. But yeah, so thank you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for the congratulations of Catherine and I's marriage. I couldn't be happier. I honest to God love that woman, and I know honest to God she loves me. So I appreciate you guys. I really do. But I am out of here. So see you guys next time.